All right, back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today, once again, comes from the Brickyard Brewing Company, and they're out of Lewiston, New York. And this is their White Bronco. So they're calling this a New England-style IPA, and it is double dry hopped with Amarillo, Citra, Dorado, Galaxy, and Mosaic hops. Comes in at 6.8% alcohol by volume, 70 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just over 1 month old. So full disclosure, I've had this one before. I actually had it on a draft at the brewery, and I really enjoyed it. So when I saw that they released cans of this along with their millions of strawberries, which I reviewed last week, and it was pretty tasty, I definitely had to pick up a couple cans. So I did. I picked up 2 cans at the Brewed and Bottled, which is pretty much next door to the Brickyard Brewing Company. And yeah, we're going to get into this one. I remember really enjoying this one. I think they did another version of this called Space Bronco, which was mostly Galaxy dry hopped, and I really enjoyed that one more than this one. But again, I haven't had this in about a year, so I guess we'll see what's going on here. Now, the other one was really filled to the top, the millions of strawberries. So I'm trying to be, okay, this one's not as filled, not overfilled on here. Let's give it a pour. So yeah, that's looking like most New England-style IPAs. It kind of has, honestly, a slight, kind of looks like one of other halves, kind of, double dry hopped IPAs. Maybe a little darker. It has the honey orange color, about a 2 finger of a off-white, almost a light, very light tan, almost cream colored kind of look to the head. Very creamy looking. That looks actually beautiful. Really nice looking beer. Let's get a nose. Yeah. So they're using Amarillo, and I'm getting a huge, like, juicy, almost acidic orange vibe to the nose. Tangerine, more citrus heavy. Underneath it, peach and apricot, stone fruits. A little bit of like a slight resinous like quality to it. I wouldn't say pine, just has like a resinous quality to it. A little bit of dankness as well. Yeah, it smells pretty good. It smells juicy, but not overly so. Has more of a citrus kick to it than a tropical or stone fruit vibe, although the stone fruits are there. Yeah, it smells really nice. I just want to keep sitting here and smelling it because it's not like blowing my mind or anything, but it has such a nice aroma. I just kind of want to smell it. Yeah, so juicy orange, tangerine, citrus kick, slightly acidic, stone fruits, a little bit of dankness, a little bit of resinous quality. Pretty solid on the nose. I'm enjoying it. Let's get into the taste. Cheers, everyone. That mouth feels really nice. Yeah, that mouth feels 2 thumbs up. First thing I can say, body on this one is 6.8%. It's like medium body, solid. That mouthfeel, it's not overly creamy, but it's really soft and smooth, but there's carbonation. And the coolest thing that I like when it comes to like the mouthfeels I prefer. I always prefer other halves mouthfeels. I think they just do a phenomenal job more so than anyone. Maybe Treehouse up there for me as well. And this kind of has those vibes. It's really soft and smooth. It's not like extremely creamy, but there's carbonation there at the same time as you're enjoying it. So it's like, it's so smooth and soft, but then it's like at the end, you're just like, wow, it's also has a nice carbonation kick to it too. I think if the millions of strawberries from last week had a mouthfeel like this, I would have liked that one even more. The flavors on here, they're not super impactful and like, blowing me away, but really nice and nuanced and, dare I say, cohesive. Shout out to Paul over at PA Brew News. I think this is kind of what I want for like a sub 7% drinking New England style IPA. God, that sounds really stupid and pretentious, but just a beer where I don't have to sit here and think about 75 different flavors and it's so complex that it's kind of hurting my head and messing with me. That acidic orange is here, orange juice all the way. Really that Amarillo shining. There is some peach and apricot and mango stone fruit characteristics underneath. This really does have a slightly resinous pine finish to it. It's a little bit more bitter than I think a lot of people would anticipate the style being. A little bit of herbaceousness too, not straight dank, just like an herbal component underneath everything as well. Finishes semi-dry. Yeah, for me, this is just a really nice drinking New England style IPA. Like I said, it sounds really stupid to say, but like, yeah, I could crush this can probably in 10-15 minutes and want another one. My palate's not getting fatigued because there's too much flavor. And I know that sounds really weird, but Like, it's not just wrecking my palate. This is something I could have 2 or 3 cans of, and my palate wouldn't be shot, and I'd really be happy about it, especially if I was craving a New England-style IPA. I think I'm enjoying this way more than I did last time, and I think I gave it last time a 4 out of 5 I had on tap. Yeah, I think flavor-wise, this beer is a 4 out of 5. But I think I'm gonna bump it up to a 4.25 out of 5 for the simple reason being this mouth feels fantastic, and I just like how this beer is constructed. I just like how the flavors meld with one another. I like how there's not one character that's too big than the rest. I think everything is, like I said, cohesive, and it's just a pretty damn tasty New England-style IPA. So White Bronco from the Brickyard Brewing Company. I'm going to give it a straight 4.25 out of 5. If you've had this one, let me know what you think about it. Price point on this one, $16 a 4-pack, $4 a can. Like I said, I bought this at the Brewed and Bottled in Lewiston, New York. It was $4 a can. I believe it was $16 a 4-pack at the brewery. Yeah, for something of this quality, well worth it every single day of the week. And availability, brewery only with, well, I shouldn't say brewery only, brewery mostly, we'll say. Brewed and Bottled got it, a couple other places in Niagara County got it. I don't think many others outside of Niagara County got it. I could be wrong, but it didn't get wide distribution. So hopefully they rebrew this one, maybe with a different take on it. Maybe they do the Space Bronco. I think somebody like, excuse me, Chris over at Off the 10th would really dig this one. If they release it again, I'm going to have to grab him a can of it because I think he'd appreciate the quality of this one and the nuanced flavors and the whole nine. So yeah, anyway, that was White Bronco, Brickyard, 4.25 out of 5. I'm really digging it. This was like a double dip Western New York Wednesday. As I've mentioned earlier this month, I guess late last month, I'm doing a whole mixed 6-pack theme month. So every day I'm posting a review that is from one of the mixed 6-packs that I bought, and some days I will be doing multiple reviews in a day. Today is one of those days. You're gonna have 2 Western New York Wednesdays today. This will be the second of the 2. Hopefully you enjoyed the first one. This one was a lot of fun, so I know I enjoyed it. Like I said, hopefully you did as well. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Once again, next week there are going to be 2 more Western New York Wednesdays, probably for the rest of the month. So appreciate everybody stopping by to the next one. Oh yeah, 6.8%, can't tell. I did this last week in the Million Strawberries, like, oh, 6.3%, can't tell. Listen, if I don't mention the alcohol, then it did not affect me whatsoever. 6.8% didn't affect me. Anyway, cheers.